People, okay? How about this? Who here doesn't like to meet people? Raise your hand. You're like, nah, I don't like meeting people. It's not my thing. Like, okay, how about this? Where are my introverts at? Like, introverts, raise your hand. You're like, I'm an introvert. Like, people scare me. Like, stay away. Like, all right? Like, even me just asking you to raise your hand, like, that was a stretch for you as an introvert to raise your hand, all right? The extroverts, like, they're like, I love meeting people. Like, I love meeting people. They raise their hand. There they are. So for me, listen, for me, I love meeting people. I love hanging out, meeting new people. I love going different places, meeting new people. I love if you're new here, I love meeting new people that come in here. But the thing is that I have a problem. I have a problem. I have a problem with meeting people, and that problem is I have confused greeting syndrome. You're like, what is that? Let me explain to you, okay? Brock, can you help me? I need a demonstration, okay? So Brock's gonna come up and help me, all right? So come on, make some noise for Brock. I have a problem with green people. It's confused green syndrome. What that means is this. So let me explain to you first. There's like 4 ways to really greet somebody. I know COVID kind of messed that all up and it just made it even worse. But I'm telling you that there's like 4 really like good ways to greet a person. Okay, the first one is like the firm handshake. Okay, firm handshake. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. All right. So that's the first one. The second one is the bro handshake, right? You're like the bro, like what up, bro? Good to see you, man. Awesome. That was good. That's good. Clap. All right, that sounds good. The third way to greet somebody is the hug, right? The hug. Come on, bring it in, brother. Yeah, there you go. That was great. All right, you hug somebody, and then the last way to greet somebody, this is what I call, is the girl freak out. Good to see you. All right, all y'all know that happens. All right, so there's 4 ways that you greet someone. Now, the problem I have, the problem I have is that I sometimes don't know what the other person's doing. You ever been there? Right? Like he'll be coming in for like a handshake, and I'll be going in for like a hug, and it just turns into this like weird, like he touches my belly, and like it's just awkward. Or like like if you go for like the bro handshake and they go in for a high five and you like have to like, oh, sorry, okay, yep, all right, there we go, all right, that was weird, all right, I'm sorry. It's just weird, right? Like you have these weird greetings, and it's just the worst. Anyone ever struggled with that before? Like you like, oh, hi, how you doing? It's just awkward, all right? I have a problem, all right? I don't know what it is, but I just hate it, all right? And some of you, we've done it before, and it's going to be so funny because you're going to hear this message, and you're going to be like reminded of this, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, that's right, like that's real, all right? But the thing is that, watch me, this is spiritual, follow me, this is spiritual, is that, no, Brock, stay up here, you're not done. This is spiritual, okay? In the Bible, in biblical times, there was 3 ways to greet a person. All right? The first way to greet a person would be from like a slave to someone that would own the slave, like their boss or a king or something, and that would be a bow. So I would come and I'd bow before my owner or before the king or a servant. And so I would do that. That is the first one, is a bow. The second one is a mutual greeting, and that would be a simple bow like this. So you go to your knees, but then the other one is this way. You go up and you just bow. It's a mutual bow. It's the same. It's a king and a king. It's mutual. It's a peasant. It's mutual greeting. So it's mutual. They come and they would bow, and that's how they would greet. The third way, listen, this is biblical. The third way that they would greet would be a kiss. That ain't gonna happen, so don't worry, all right? Brock, you can head back to your seat, all right? So there's 3 ways. There's 3 ways to greet somebody. It was to kneel, it was to bow, a mutual bow, but then a kiss. But a kiss, listen, you have to get this. A kiss would be something that was between people that truly cared and loved each other. It was an intimate connection, an intimate brotherhood. It would be between a family member. It was something that was so necessary. Listen. Shh, bring it in. It wouldn't be like a mouth to mouth, so you're like thinking weird. It'd be a kiss on the cheek. But listen, in the text that I just read you, we find that there was a unique greeting that took place. It was not a kiss of a welcome, but really, it was a kiss of betrayal. See, when Judas went up to Jesus and he kissed him, it was a kiss of betrayal. It was not a greeting. It was not a welcoming thing. It was a kiss. And in that kiss, what it meant to Jesus was, I'd rather you were dead. That was what this kiss was. This kiss was a kiss that showed Jesus that Judas cared more about money than he did about Jesus. That Judas cared more about getting his own than caring and loving for Jesus. Jesus was betrayed by one of his closest friends. Jesus was hurt by one of his closest disciples. A man that he ate with. A man that he spent so many hours with, talking with, sitting around a bonfire, enjoying time with him. This man comes and he says, you know what? I don't care about this friendship anymore. I don't care that we've been close. I'd rather you were dead. And it leads me to the question. And that question is, have you ever been hurt? Have you ever been hurt by somebody? Have you ever gone through so much pain that you couldn't believe that you had to go through? And I believe the many of you in here listening have. I believe many of you in here have gone through so much pain and hurt that you've been hurt by family members. You've been hurt by friends. You've been hurt by situations. You've been hurt by gossip. You've been hurt by lies. You've been hurt by bullying. You've been hurt. I know that you have because I've gone through it too. I've been hurt by people that were the closest to me. And I want you to know that in being hurt and going through the pain that you're going through, that we must not pay attention to who hurt us, but we must focus on how we deal with our hurt. But this is it, listen, this is it. Many of us will get hurt, we'll go through pain, we'll have situations happen in our life, we'll get hurt by a family member, we'll get hurt by people, and we'll push it down like nothing happened. No, I'm fine. No, I'm good. No, it's okay. That didn't hurt as bad. No, what they said, it's okay. I'll just push it. No, it's all right. Like, I'll just let it go, or I'll just deal with it later. And many of you in here are walking around with pain and hurt in your life that you should not be carrying. You're walking around with what that person did to you when you should not have to walk around with that. You're walking around with this weight because you just act like everything's okay. No, I'm tough. No, I'm good. I'm fine. I don't need to deal with this. I'll just, it'll go away eventually. But I want you to know that's not the case. And what I want to do is I want to talk to you because some of you in here have stuff in your life that you haven't dealt with. And I want to talk to you about what happens to you if you don't deal with this pain. What happens to you if you don't deal with what that person did to you? And I'm telling you, you need to take notes because many of you in here, in this lifetime, you will get hurt. Talk to some of your leaders in here. Talk to me. People hurt people, and that's because we live in a hurting world. And so if we don't know how to deal with people hurting us, we will struggle. You need to learn how to deal with your pain. You need to learn how to deal with what that person did to you. And I'm going to talk to you about what happens if you don't. And so, for me, when I was in high school, listen, when I was in high school, I was dating this girl. Her name was Allie. Everyone say Allie. I was dating this girl, and I'm telling you, I was just head over heels for this girl, all right? Like, we would hold pinkies. We would drink milkshakes. Like, I'm telling you, I was so head over heels for this girl. Like, we put the Notebook to shame, all right? We put the Notebook to shame. We were way better than the Notebook. Like, we were so cute together. Like, there was moments where we would literally, if we didn't see each other for like a couple days, we would see each other and we would literally sprint towards each other, and doves would start flying, and I would pick her up, and it would be this amazing moment, and then I would see her mom in the window just shaking her head. And I'd be like, you don't understand. This is love, all right? I'm a junior. I know what love is. Wait, I didn't even mean to say, I didn't even mean to come in anyone's life there, all right? But y'all took it. But I was head over heels. I was puppy love. I was head over heels. But the thing is that what ended up happening is that she actually didn't follow the Lord. She wasn't saved. And she kind of pretended that she was so that we would get together. And then my youth pastor came to me and he started talking to me. He's like, hey, you shouldn't probably be in this relationship because she's pulling you away from this faith. Side note, some of you in here are in a relationship or you're talking to people that are trying to pull you away from Jesus. And you need to stop letting a guy or a girl pull you away from your faith. And you need to stop messing with that person. You need to stop snapping that person right now. You need to stop sending those pictures right now. Uh-oh. You need to deal with that because it's pulling you away from Jesus. And what ended up happening, follow me, what ended up happening is that I got to the place where we ended up having to break up, and it was so hard, it was so difficult because it came out of nowhere, and we dated for almost a year, and she was so brokenhearted, and I was just dealing with a lot of pain. And one of my friends, he texted me, his name was Luke, he texted me, and he said, hey man, I'm so sorry. He wasn't saved. He's just like, I'm so sorry, I heard about you and Allie. And then I was like, thanks, I appreciate that. But then 2 weeks after, I find out that Luke and Allie are dating. And listen, I was so hurt and there was so much pain that I was dealing with because of this betrayal that I had of my friend. But listen, follow me. I didn't deal with that pain. And what ended up happening is that I went to college. And then there was a girl I was interested in, and then every time, it was so weird, every single time that one of my friends would start to talk to her, just as a friend, I would get super defensive, I would get so angry and so mad, and I would be like, dude, stop talking to her, or don't go next to her, or don't even look at her. I got so angry, and my friends came to me, they're like, what's your problem? I don't understand, why are you saying this? And I told them the reason is because, actually, I didn't know the reason. Because I thought I did. But really, it was because I didn't deal with the pain of what